Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 of our Dairy Farm with Seasons playthrough. If you remember episode 1, we started the game out, we sold some equipment, we bought some new equipment, and the other thing we did, for fields 14 and 15, we fertilized, cultivated, fertilized again, and then we planted on field 14 over there wheat. And then in this field we planted grass. The grass that's in between the fields and along the sides of the roads have now fully matured, and so we're going to start mowing them and baling them. I think we should probably just get to start out with a couple bales of grass, a couple bales of silage, a couple bales of hay, and then we'll go ahead and pick up some cows, and we'll go ahead and get started with our dairy farm. Until we can harvest the wheat, we won't have any straw for bedding or for food filler, but we should be fine. It shouldn't take much longer for that to mature, so to the point where we can harvest. But let's get started. So step 1, I guess, will be to purchase the mower and all the equipment needed for the grass work. So let's get in our tractor. I'll put the weight down and then I'll head over to the shop. Okay, we've arrived at the shop. Let's pull up the shop menu, and actually what we'll need is to loan some money. We're only up to 15,000. So let's go ahead and borrow 100,000. Hopefully that'll be enough. And like I said before, we're going to go with the Pottinger mowers because they'll attach together. In the meantime, we really only need that front one. And to turn grass into hay, we'll need tedder. So I've got this tedder from the Kuhn pack. It's just slightly wider than the mowers, and I think that's probably what we'll start with. So let's get this guy. We're also going to need a windrower. And I'll go with this Kuhn $28,000 one. The width is 9.3 meters. Also, we'll need to get a baler. Like I said before, we're going to start with round bales, so we'll have this one. It's 58,000, which is just going to be enough. Okay, let's move all this equipment back to the home base. No, really and truly, we don't need to move this all the way back to our farm. The cow section on the map is it's pretty far south. It's over there by field 27 at the lower left of the map. So all this grass equipment, it's probably best if we leave it down here. Then we're not having to transport bales back and forth. So what I want to do now is go ahead and there's a good patch of grass here that we can take advantage of. I'd like to let's start with 2 of each and see how far that gets us, and then we'll go from there. So switch to our front mower, lower it, unfold it, turn it on, and then switch to the baler, lower it, and turn that on. And we'll need 2 for grass and we'll need 2 for silage, so 4 bales. Unload balers wide. There's our first grass one. One of the things I dislike about the round bales is if you're on a hill, they'll start rolling downhill. So you just got to be aware of any kind of slopes in the ground, and if you're setting the bale down, you might want to consider turning the baler to the side and unloading it sideways so it doesn't roll. We're missing a lot of mowed grass there on the turns. Once we start mowing the field of grass, we'll run the windrower there so that way we're not leaving any behind when we turn around. Alright, here's our 4th bale. I think we have just enough grass to at least get one more. So we'll go ahead and make that. The grass bales will deteriorate after 2 days. So if we haven't used it after 2 days, we can always just wrap it to make silage and then keep it. Or if we start to build up a lot of extra silage bales, we'll sell them and try to get a little money back. Okay, let's just go ahead and do one more and we'll make it 3 and 3. There we go. Turn off the baler and switch over to the mower. Turn that off and lift it up. And all my mowing equipment I'm going to leave in these sheds near the cow pen. At least for now. Once the grass up at our farm matures and we go to mow it, I'll have to move all this equipment up there. But for now I'll leave this here. Oops. Actually, let's keep the mower. Well, let's grab the stuff from the shop first. think this tedder we can pick it up. It's not a pull behind. That'll save us a trip. Obviously it's not meant to be in the front of the tractor, but for transportation it should be fine. There's a good sized patch of grass over here by the cows. At least I think there is. We'll probably mow up and down that middle strip and on either side of those fields. We'll have to estimate about how much grass we need for 2 bales of hay, and then if we need more we can probably weave in and out of these trees. So dummy. Make sure you lower the implement first. As you can see, the tedder's not turning the grass into hay. There's a certain specific thing about Seasons mod. When the grass is wet, it won't let you tedder it. And if you look at this, let's see, well, there's a little icon in the top right heads-up display. The very far left, there's you can see the little graphic of plants and water droplets. That tells you that the grass and all the crops are still wet, and for like grain and stuff it won't let you harvest, and in this case it won't let you turn grass into hay, so we'll have to wait until that icon goes away. So in the meantime, let me shut that off, and I'll probably just set it aside and trailer the other bales we've already made. Oops. The other thing I need to do is wrap those silage bales. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Let's put these back over under the shed. Okay, let's go back to the shop. We'll need to pull some money out of the bank first. Go to the shop. We need the wrapper, which I think is under baling technology. And it's this guy. Bale wrapper. Really expensive, 42,000. We'll also need a trailer and some forks. And front loader arms, FZ60. And I'm just going to go with this wrap bale handler. It's the best option for the silage bales, and I don't want to be switching back and forth, so I'll use this for the other bales also. Okay. Oh, I'll have to adjust that. That's the course play map pulls up when you hit right click. And that's also the button you need to hit to adjust the grabber arms. One way to fix that is you go into the settings of course play, open HUD width, and instead of mouse right, switch it to left control delete. And so now you can click right without the course play settings coming up. Do I need to turn this thing on? Fold bale wrapper. I guess not. There you go. One thing I could recommend while you're waiting for it to wrap is go ahead and use the time to move all the bales closer together. You have to wait for this thing to finish anyway, so might as well use your time. Move everything closer together, and it'll cut down your time whenever you're running around trying to pick all these up and put them on a trailer. Unload. Alright. So we'll set these down. There you go. Come over here and pick this one up. Okay, let's go grab our trailer and start loading bales up. Okay, you guys are about to see just how terrible I am with using the front loader. Zoom in a little bit. That's everything. Wasn't too painful. And now we're gonna put straps on. That one isn't doing anything. Hopefully it's not an issue once we come to try to drive away. Let me move those 2 bales over. I'm gonna drive all over this guy's field. Whoops. See if that did the trick. That's better than nothing. So eventually we'll have to get the auto loader because we'll be going through a lot of bales once we get quite a few cows. We have 4 types of bales, so I'll probably put 2 types in each bay. Maybe grass and hay on one half and then silage and straw on the other half. Start by taking out these straps. Oops. Alrighty. If you haven't played Seasons before, you should know that grass bales will deteriorate after 2 days no matter what. So you have to constantly be making grass bales. The silage, straw, and hay bales will last a little longer, but only if you keep them under cover, like in a shed. And technically I think silage will last forever no matter what, just because it's wrapped. It's got its own cover, so to speak. But I'm not 100% sure. I've never played with Seasons before. I'm just going off of what I read off the manual. Okay, it looks like we're done here. We have to wait for the grass to dry out so we can tether it and turn it into hay. In the meantime, I'll leave this trailer here. And then I'll fast forward the time a little bit. Okay, we fast forwarded a little bit and the wet crops icon is gone, so we should be able to make hay now with our mowed grass. Should clear, maybe not. Okay, that should get us our 3 bales. Now we'll get the windrower and push everything into a single row so we can pick it up with the baler. Alright, let's see how well we judge this. Pretty close. Not bad. It's flat here. Okay, we have our 3 hay bales. Okie doke, we've got all our bales in the shed. I'm wrecking this trailer. Uh-oh. Okay, now that we have all the bales except for straw that we need, let's take a look at the shop and see what else we need to pick up. Under the animal tab, you see we're going to need a water tank. The cows need water. We'll also need a straw blower, and this is to blow the straw bales into the cow shed for bedding. We don't need that quite just yet because we don't have straw. We also need the mixer to make the TMR. We'll probably lease one of these trailers to transport animals. Okay, let's go get our cows. If you look at the map, the animal purchasing place is down over there by Mary's farm. There's a little picture of what looks like a cow or a sheep with a dollar in front of it. That's where we go to purchase animals. Oops. If I remember correctly, I think this holds 6 cattle, and I'd like to start out with 10 and then get 10 next winter. If this thing holds 6, then we might as well just go ahead and get 12 and do 2 full loads. So let's lease this. Alright, we just need to park inside of this little box and hit R. Wow, cows have gone up. And then we go all the way across to this other side, to this box here to unload. Unload. And there are our cows. Alright, one more trip. Yeah, I just realized we're not going to be able to feed our cows today. The silage takes a third of a season, which in our case we're doing 3-day seasons, so our silage won't be ready for another, I guess, until tomorrow. And that's one of the biggest components in the mix. So yeah, I guess we're not going to be able to feed the cows today. Hopefully they survive through the night. Yeah, I overlooked that. Well, that's unfortunate. let's take this trailer back. Okay, so because I can't give the cows mixed ration, there's no point in buying the mixer until tomorrow. If I don't have the mixer, I can't shred up grass to feed them with just the plain grass. So what I'm gonna do is just call it a day. I'm gonna spray down this tractor and fast forward to tomorrow. Let's just leave it on. Okay guys, so by tomorrow morning we should have silage, in which case we can go ahead and start feeding our cows. We can make the total mixed ration, give them grass, and we'll get the water tank and get them some water. And I think hopefully by then our grass field will mature to the point where we can go ahead and start mowing all that too, and make some more bales. So in the meantime, I'll fast forward through the rest of this day and then skip over till tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys in the morning. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to follow along in our playthrough, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, we'll see you.